And this is the opening contest of the first day of this year's Tournament of Glory. And the first one to come out is Marcus Mother Effin Phoenix. And this year we decreased the number of people in the tournament to 16 because we figured it would be easier and it would be quicker to get these matches done if we only had 16 people. And the field of 16 that are in this year's tournament is definitely an interesting field, that's for sure, from what I've seen. And I know who Marcus Phoenix's opponent is. And Marcus is hopefully will make this year the year of Phoenix, especially since he has a new Gears of War game coming out later this year. He's looking to try and win his first ever championship in his entire wrestling career. He has yet to ever win a championship anywhere he's been, be it Mag Nation or TAW. Or even here, even though he's been here for a while. And now Marcus is hoping to win his first championship. And here comes his opponent. Motherfucking Batman. This dancing goof. It's not rolling to the ring, he's just dancing his way to the ring. Just like Deadpool and freaking Skeeter Valentine and shit. I know Skeeter isn't on this show, but I still remember how Skeeter used to like dance to the ring all the time in the Mag Nation, and the few times I've seen him in TAW. Marcus, please do me a favor and beat this guy, because last thing I need is this guy getting anyone near the World Championship opportunity that whoever wins this tournament, the winner will receive. And that's the last thing I want to see. It's bad enough I know for a fact that Deadpool's in this tournament too, and I don't want him winning this thing either. Like I said, this is the first day of the men's side of the tournament. The women's side will probably the next day. Or fourth wall back whenever I'm able to record the first few matches of that side of their tournament. And this match is definitely going to be interesting, that's for sure, between these two. Let's get this opening Tournament of Glory match underway. Khan Apple Type between the two. Sean McCoy's going to be happy somewhere. Batman just wailing away with punches and a kick to Marcus there, and a go behind. Suplex by Batman to Marcus there. And Batman stomping away at Marcus. Batman sending Marcus into an uppercut. And Marcus just shoving him off there. Luther's pressed there by Batman and just raining down punches as Batman. And the Batman with a bulldog to Marcus there. Headlock by Batman on Marcus by Batman, you know what I mean. And drop toe hold there by Marcus. And Marcus picking Batman back up, sends him into the ropes. Huge black hole slam there. Or boss man slam that. You get the idea. And Marcus will go behind on Batman. Batman reverses and a kick to the back of the leg of Marcus there. Marcus flipping him over. And now another collar tie between these two. And Batman sending Marcus into the corner. Watch out, ref. Batman picking up Marcus here. And into the headlock. Marcus slips out of it. Luther is pressed by Marcus, the Batman, and now just slamming his head against the ring repeatedly. Marcus just having his way with Batman there. And now Marcus with an armbar on Batman. And Batman reverses it into a shoulder tackle. And Batman picking up Marcus, and Marcus blocking that punch there into the armbar. And Marcus sending Batman into a chop, knocking him down. And now Marcus with a headlock on Batman, and Batman sending Marcus to the outside. And Batman with a punch in the midsection of Marcus there, and DDT off the middle rope by Batman there. Shades of Randy Orton, kinda. And Batman with a chop block there to Marcus. And Batman with a headlock on Marcus. Uppercut again to Marcus there by Batman. And Marcus with a headlock on Batman, into the go behind. And Marcus just slamming him down. Now Marcus picking up Batman there. Into the headlock. And Marcus with a body slam into Batman. And Batman just shoves him off. Punch. And try to go for a chop that there's Marcus, but Batman blocked it. And go behind in the headlock. And another uppercut to Marcus there by Batman. And Marcus just punches him off. Drop toe hold there by Batman and Marcus. And he lifts him up and slams him down by his knee. knee drop there, or whatever the hell that was, by Batman and Marcus. Kicked the midsection of Batman by Marcus into the armbar. And Marcus with a shot to the arm of Batman there, in the headlock. And Marcus with a backbreaker to Batman. There's a bit of a weakness for Batman. Belly-to-belly suplex by Marcus, the Batman there. Batman's back is a bit of his weakness because, you know, Bane broke his back in a comic book once. In that one movie. A couple movies. Marcus, why are you destroying my now stable? Like, really, dude? And Marcus sending Batman back in the ring. Now Batman's back up, and Marcus is just running around the ring. And now Marcus is back in the ring. And now, freaking hot shot there by Batman and Marcus. You know, Batman setting up for the bat punch, potentially. And Batman with the bat punch to Marcus there. Batman dragging Marcus from the ropes. Going for a cover is Batman. One, not even a one count. Marcus kicked out before even one. Now Batman with punches and a kick and a drop kick, knocking him in the corner. And now Batman just repeatedly punching Marcus in the corner. He just shoves him off. Headlock by Marcus. And Batman sends him to the outside. Punch in the midsection of Marcus again there by Batman. And another DDT off the middle rope. Batman going for cover. One. Only a one count. There's Marcus kicked out again. And Batman just with more punches and a go behind on Marcus. And Marcus flips him over. And now Marcus just slamming Batman's head against the ring repeatedly again. And now both these two are just punching each other. Now Batman just going crazy. And Batman sending Marcus into the corner. Now Batman just trying to get some more punches in the corner, but Marcus blocked it and shoved him off again. Headlock by Marcus on Batman. Into the suplex. And he nails it. And now Marcus setting up potentially the Locust DDT, or Hammer-Dawn DDT, as we call it here. And now Marcus with the Hammer-Dawn DDT. And now Marcus dragging Batman from the corner. Going for a cover is Marcus. 1, 2, and Batman kicks out at 2. Calling elbow tie between these two again. And Marcus with an armbar on Batman. And Marcus just punching him down. And now Batman blocking over Marcus, trying to go over there. Elbow to the face of Marcus there by Batman. Marcus with a go behind in reversal. Belly to belly suplex the Batman again there by Marcus. These two are fighting like they're in the freaking finals of this tournament. Clothesline by Batman to Marcus there. And another one knocking him down. And Batman with a power slam with Marcus there. Going for cover is Batman. 1, 2, and Marcus kicks out again. Knee to the face of Marcus there by Batman. Batman going for cover. 2, and Batman pins Marcus. Batman goes on to round 2 of the tournament, unfortunately. Marcus tried his best, but it wasn't meant to be moved past this round of the tournament. And Batman goes on to round 2. Now he'll be facing whoever wins between Deadpool and his opponent, whoever that be. Because I know Deadpool's in the next match, that's for sure. Just sucks on Marcus, because I kind of had hopes that he would have made it farther in the tournament, but that's just how it is. Batman was the better man tonight. And this is the second match of the Tournament of Glory, round 1. And here comes Deadpool's opponent, who apparently wanted to be the first one to come out. I'm pretty sure it's not Jason or Slenderman, or Freddy Krueger, for that matter. I'm wondering who this is, because I don't remember who this is. Oh, it's freaking Darth Vader. I haven't seen him in a very long time. A former Intercontinental Champion. Dude had one of the longest reigns of the Intercontinental Championship history. Probably one of the most dominant wrestlers on the roster at one point. Then he ended up coming up short, trying to beat Xander King for the World Championship when he was World Champion. And then he disappeared for like the longest time. He came back like for one match. I think it was like for last year's Tournament of Glory. Then he disappeared. Man, we haven't seen him since till just now. Darth Vader finally making his return to the company, which is nice. Like I said, haven't seen him in forever. Deadpool, I wish you liked trying to beat this guy. There's a reason why he was Intercontinental Champion for a really long ass time. Darth Vader is one of the toughest sons of bitches ever. And he usually takes on like one or two his finisher, which he calls the Star Destroyer. Or Death Star. I forgot. And usually he always ends up winning with that move. Deadpool, you freaking Nimrod. Good luck trying to beat this guy. That's all I'm gonna say. Darth Vader, freaking you. I'm counting on you here. I know I'm supposed to be biased, but I just do not like freaking Deadpool. He's an annoying pain in my ass. And everybody else's asses around here. Oh god, and Deadpool brought back the freaking dancers. Even though we've been telling him not to bring them around, yet he still does it anyway. One of these days, Deadpool, I would love it if you ever listened to what we keep telling you. But one of these days, it would be nice. But I guess today just isn't that day when Deadpool finally says he wants to listen. I think Deadpool is always like that. He just does whatever the fuck he wants. As annoying as it is. Hopefully one of these days Deadpool will finally listen when we tell him not to do this crap. But who the hell knows? Maybe after Darth Vader kicks his ass, maybe he'll finally listen. That's your cue, Darth Vader, by the way. Kick Deadpool's ass for me and everybody else in this company that's been having to deal with this annoying little fucker. I hope you're the one paying these girls, by the way, Deadpool, because we ain't paying them, because we didn't hire them. And let's get this next match in the tournament underway. Deadpool immediately kick midsection Darth Vader and try to go for a punch with Darth Vader blocks into a headlock and flips him over there. Elbow to the back of the head. Darth Vader stomps on Deadpool into the Russian leg sweep. Darth Vader was shot to the back of Deadpool in the suplex. Now Darth Vader another shot to the back of Deadpool in the headlock. And Deadpool reverses into a Russian leg sweep. Now Deadpool picking up Darth Vader into the headlock. And Deadpool sending Darth Vader in the corner. Forearm in the face of Vader in the corner. Now armbar by Deadpool into the neck breaker. Arm drag neck breaker, but you get the idea. And go behind by Deadpool and Darth Vader. And Darth Vader reverses it. Belly to back suplex. Now Darth Vader tried to go for something, but Deadpool reverses it with a pair of elbows to the face. Colin elbow tap turn into. Sean McCarty's gonna be happy somewhere again. And another one. It's too heavy to test the strength here, even though Darth Vader I'd like to think is stronger than Deadpool. Knee to the midsection. Into the armbar. And Vader lifting up Deadpool and slams him down on his robotic knee. Deadpool kicking midsection Darth Vader in another one, and Deadpool to go for a punch there, but Darth Vader blocks it into the headlock. Backbreaker to Deadpool there by Darth Vader. And now Darth Vader just punching Deadpool in the back of the head a pair of times and slamming him face first into the ring. Now Darth Vader with a headlock on Deadpool. Knee to the midsection again. Punch to the face. There's more punches by Vader there. Now Deadpool blocks that one. Into the neck breaker. And now Deadpool picking up Darth Vader. Into the armbar. Rake to the eyes somehow of Darth Vader through the helmet. Don't ask me how that's even possible. DDT by Darth Vader to Deadpool. And Darth Vader with a leg drop at Deadpool there. Now Darth Vader just pair punches to the back of Deadpool. And Darth Vader, stunner at Deadpool there. I don't know where the hell Darth Vader pulled the stunner out of his ass, but I'm assuming he stole it from Deadpool. And Darth Vader dragging Deadpool away from the ropes, and Deadpool just is pissed, and he just no-sold that stunner. Kicked the midsection of Vader by Deadpool, by the way. And Deadpool sending Vader in the corner. Now turns him around in the corner. Oh god. And Deadpool has Vader up for a buckle bomb at Darth Vader there. Now Deadpool dragging Vader away from the ropes. Going for cover is Deadpool. Please kick out. Thank you. And Deadpool will go behind on Vader. Into the full Nelson. Into the crucifix. 1. Deadpool knocking Vader in the ropes there. Oh god. And now Deadpool slingshot to the ropes there to Darth Vader. And now Deadpool going for a submission on Darth Vader. Trying to make this former Intercontinental Champion tap out. And Darth Vader manages to get out of it. Thankfully. And Deadpool just whiffing moves there. And Darth Vader a punch into the armbar. Needed the midsection by Deadpool. And a kick to the midsection of Darth Vader by Deadpool. Into the suplex, but Darth Vader reversed it into a neckbreaker. And Darth Vader setting up for the Death Star. Or Chuck Slam. And Darth Vader with the Death Star on Deadpool. Going for coverage, Darth Vader. 1, 2, and Darth Vader gets the win off the Death Star. Like I said, he usually wins with 1 or 2 of those, depending on who he's facing. In this case, it only took 1 Death Star. And Darth Vader moves on to the next round of the tournament and will fight Batman in the next round. Just watch this Death Star. BAM! That move is devastating. And when Darth Vader hits it, that's usually curtain for his opponents. But what a way for Darth Vader to make his return, moving in on the next round of the tournament. Next match of the tournament is Sephiroth making his main roster singles debut, taking on another CIW wrestler, Riddick. And Riddick is a former internet champion, by the way, in this company, and a former tag team champion in CIW. So that's definitely going to be interesting. And I'm still pissed off with Sephiroth after what happened at Final Hunt 3 involving him. Still pissed about that, by the way. So hoping Riddick wins, hopefully. And this next match involves Sephiroth taking on Riddick in his 3rd opening round match of the Tournament of Glory this year, 2026. I'm still trying to wrap my head around the fact that Sephiroth, the former New Gen champion, the guy that was a babyface when he last was in New Gen, when he turned his back on Talon and Doomfist, and was, like I said, New Gen champion for the longest time until Marilyn Manson beat him, and then he disappeared up until Final Hunt. And then he just shows up and just helps out Darkseid. Spoiler, by the way, if you haven't seen Final Day of Final Hunt 3, go watch that video, by the way. And make sure to leave a like and comment on all this stuff. I appreciate the support. And all the other videos I posted. And Sephiroth is supposed to be a good guy now, especially since he beat Liu Kang for the TAW Championship over in TAW at Riot Central 3. And he was a former CIW World Champion until Boo screwed him over with that after he defeated Sagat. So it's like, I don't understand how the hell we got stuck with the Sephiroth that's still an asshole, apparently. Even though I thought he was supposed to be a good guy. Who the hell knows what's going on with Sephiroth? This dude has mood swings, and he has mommy issues, because, you know, the whole thing with him, and who his mom is. I don't know, man. Sephiroth has a lot of explaining to do for why the hell he's aligned himself with the Unwashed again, because if you remember correctly, he was with the Unwashed back in the Mag Nation a long time ago. And now, apparently, for some reason, he's with the group again. I guess because since the group never really disbanded officially, and never was explained why he was even with the group to begin with, I think. But who the hell knows? I just cannot believe that of all groups, the Unwashed has somebody as tough as Sephiroth. And now he has a chance to, if he can make it all the way to the finals of this tournament, to compete for the world title opportunity. And here comes somebody who we haven't seen in quite some time, who is probably still irritated at the fact that Neo and Agent 47 aren't a part of the roster anymore. Neo was let go from the main roster, but he's going to be showing up on Rumble eventually. Riddick, former internet champion, and former, like I said, former CIW tag team champion twice, if I remember correctly. And now Riddick has an opportunity if he can get to the finals of this tournament to compete for the world title of this company, which would be huge for him. Especially since he hasn't done anything since he won the Internet Championship and then lost it a little while afterwards. But I wish him luck trying to beat Sephiroth, that's for sure. Sephiroth is a tough SOB. Just watch how long he was New Gen champion for. He was tough. The fact that Marilyn Manson was able to beat him still amazes me to this day. Let's get this match underway between these two. And Riddick immediately on offensive with punches there, knocking down Sephiroth. And Sephiroth getting picked back up by Riddick, who just continues punching him repeatedly. And Sephiroth just shoves him off. And a black hole slam there by Riddick to Sephiroth. Riddick is not taking any shits from anybody right now. He's just not taking any chances with Sephiroth. And Sephiroth has a ridiculous amount of health. I know for a fact. Now Sephiroth in the headlock there on Riddick, he slips out of it. Riddick has just been all over him, calling it with top to the two. Sean's gonna be happy somewhere. Into the Johan bar. And Riddick sending Sephiroth in the corner. Running shoulder tackle there by Riddick. Now Riddick just grinding his knee against Sephiroth. Now Riddick just punching the hell out of Sephiroth here. Riddick has just been all over Sephiroth since the bell rang, and now he's just punching and knocking down Sephiroth again. And now Sephiroth kicks midsection Riddick into the headlock. And now Sephiroth with a neck breaker to Riddick there. Now Sephiroth more punches to Riddick there, and a boot knocking him in the corner. And just repeatedly punching him in the face in the corner. And somehow Riddick's glasses are still on his face. And now just grinding his knee against Riddick's face is Sephiroth. Now Sephiroth with the suplex to Riddick. Now Sephiroth with a headlock on Riddick here. Into the neck breaker on Riddick. And now Sephiroth with just repeated elbows to the shoulders of Riddick. Now they just ran into each other, and now Riddick with just more punches to Sephiroth. Just more punches. And Riddick getting flipped over there by Sephiroth. And Riddick just trips him up. Riddick just a stomp to the stomach area of Sephiroth there. Spine buster there by Riddick. Gunva covers Riddick. 1, 2, and Sephiroth kicks out at 2. Go behind by Sephiroth on Riddick. Into another suplex. And the leg drop. There by Sephiroth. And now Sephiroth picking Riddick back up. And just more punches by Sephiroth there. And Riddick blocks that one. Into the go behind. And now Riddick sending Sephiroth to the outside of the ring. Also, the Roadhouse Soldiers came out here before this match and put my table back together. In case anybody was wondering, after he got torn up a while ago. After he got torn apart by Batman into a Marcus Phoenix. And Riddick with the rolling fireman's carry to Sephiroth. I forgot to mention that. And now Riddick going for the Riddick bomb on the outside to Sephiroth. And he nails it on the floor. I don't know why he couldn't have done that in the ring, because then he could have just pinned him, but whatever. Now Riddick, now is not the time to be posing. Sephiroth was dazed on the outside. Refs up to a count of 7. And Sephiroth's back in the ring. And Riddick with a pair of punches, but Sephiroth blocks that one in the headlock. And Riddick with a drop toe hold to Sephiroth again. Now Riddick would go for cover. 1, 2, and Sephiroth kicks out again. And now Sephiroth with a choke slam to Riddick there. Going, now dragging from the ropes. Going for a cover for Sephiroth. 1, 2. And now Sephiroth just a punch to Riddick there and sends him in the corner. Now sets him on the top turnbuckle. Oh jeez. Now Sephiroth with a side slam there, Riddick off the top turnbuckle. Now Sephiroth is setting up for something. And now Sephiroth going for the Earth Killer. Or just a Riddick bomb. Just stealing Riddick's finisher. Going for cover Sephiroth. 1, 2, and Riddick kicks out at 2. Riddick was just punches the Sephiroth. He did not take that kindly. And the Riddick picking him back up. And the Riddick sending Sephiroth back in the corner. And a two-handed choke slam there by Riddick. And now just punching the hell out of Sephiroth. And now Sephiroth's pissed. Now Sephiroth sending Riddick into the corner. I turned him out in the corner. Running splash in the corner there by Sephiroth to Riddick. In the snake eyes. And off the ropes to Sephiroth into the big boot. And the leg drop by Sephiroth there to Riddick. Now Sephiroth picking up Riddick back up. And now going for a second choke slam there, Sephiroth to Riddick. Now Sephiroth going to recover. 1, 2, and Sephiroth moves on to the next round. Off the second choke slam. We didn't even get to see the Aerith Killer or the One-Winged Angel. But Sephiroth with a pair of choke slams and pins Riddick, and he will move on to the next round of the tournament. And the next match is the final match of this day 1 of the tournament with the men's side. And it involves Green Goblin taking on Dante. That's going to be an interesting match for sure. And Dante is hopefully looking to finally make it down to the next round and potentially finally making it to the finals of the tournament, since he's been trying to win this thing for a couple of years now. Ever since we started doing this. Sephiroth is still a freaking asshole. But he reminded everybody why he was New Gen Champion for so long there. And if that was anything to go by, Sephiroth is definitely a huge threat to win this tournament. Which is unfortunate because normally I would be happy for him, since he's part of the Unwashed. It's not a good thing, that's for sure. And this is the final match of this first half of the opening round of the Tournament of Glory for this year. And here comes Green Goblin, the former Hardcore Champion. And former UCT Champion TAW. Who had his ass powerbombed off the stage by Jack 6 at one time. This is a match that I don't think has ever happened before, where Green Goblin takes on Dante. And both of these guys want to win the world title opportunity, especially in the case of Dante, because he's never been able to do very well in this tournament. And Dante is a former junior heavyweight champion. I believe he was like the first one we had. He's been like the only championship Dante has held the entire time he's been here. You know, he's held like 1 million championships in other places. Green Goblin is determined to try and get opportunity because he got screwed out of the Money in the Bank years ago, thanks to Xander. And Goblin is part of the Shadow faction, along with M. Bison, Joker, and Sweet Tooth. So you can only imagine what Bison, Joker, and Sweet Tooth are expecting out of Goblin when it comes to this tournament. Probably expecting him to at least get through the first round, which I wish him luck with that, because Dante is a tough son of a bitch. And he's one of the better wrestlers on the show. Just that he doesn't exactly have a really good track record when it comes to closing out the deal, when it comes to big matches. And here comes the former junior heavyweight champion, motherfucking Dante. I can only imagine Dante's probably eager to get this tournament match over with. And he's hoping, like I said, hoping to win. He's still determined to be world champion, even though he's only ever been junior heavyweight champion. He's determined to try and get back to being a champion again, which would be nice, because Dante's one of the cooler dudes in this roster. Definitely a huge fan favorite, that's for sure, in this company. But he had a tough task ahead of him when it comes to Green Goblin, that's for sure. And let's get this final match of the first half of the opening round of the Tournament of Glory of this year underway. And Connor will tie up between Goblin and Dante. Sean McCarthy is going to be happy somewhere. Into the armbar. And Goblin flips him over. Elbow to the back of the head. Now Goblin picking up Dante. Kick and punches and a drop kick, almost sending Dante to the outside. Belly to back suplex. There by Green Goblin to Dante. Now Goblin with headlock on Dante. Northern Light suplex. And now Goblin with the armbar on Dante. Dante with the knee to the midsection of Green Goblin. Kicked the midsection of Goblin. Goblin blocks that punch, and Dante blocks the punch, and Goblin deflects the drop kick. And just punching the back of his head there to Goblin. Dante with an armbar. Knee to the midsection of Dante by Goblin again, and the clothesline. And Goblin with an elbow drop to Dante there. Goblin with repeated punches to Dante there, and just more punches. Dante blocks that one into the headlock again. And Goblin with the suplex to Dante. And Dante with a Hurricane Rana to Green Goblin there. And Goblin blocks kick there and gets nailed with an enziguri by Dante. And Dante with kicks him and misses the kick there. Goblin just throwing that clothesline wildly, and another one. And Goblin which just punches at Dante. And Dante blocks that one, and Goblin blocks that one in the headlock. Another Northern Light suplex by Goblin with Dante there. And the leg drop. These two are two guys who are infamous in the Mag Nation. DDT by Green Goblin. Goblin mostly for his ridiculously long hardcore title reign. And Dante for being a former Mag Nation Blue champion. And also the dude who ended the supremacy originally back then. And Goblin with a pile driver to Dante. Going for cover is Goblin. 1, 2, and Dante kicks out. Goblin just a punch to the face of Dante. Getting whipped to the corner is Goblin by Dante. And Dante nailing a drop kick, and whatever the hell that was, he missed. Arm drag. Dante picking up Green Goblin. And a drop kick to the legs there. Dante with a headlock on Green Goblin. Elbow to the face of Dante there by Goblin. And now Goblin setting up for the pumpkin bomb. This is how he won the Hardcore Championship. And he nails the pumpkin bomb to Dante. Now Goblin dragging Dante with the ropes. Go for cover. 1, 2. And Green Goblin gets the win with the pumpkin bomb over Dante. Unfortunately. And once again, Dante gets eliminated in the first round. Which is really not that surprising at this point. And Goblin literally just was all over Dante. And he got like 90% of the offense in this match in. Dante just could not get out of the blocks when it comes to Goblin. Because Goblin is not here to... and is not one to fuck around with. Green Goblin moves on in the tournament. And he's moving that much closer to getting a world title opportunity that he feels like he deserves, since he got screwed out of money in the bank by Xander a few years ago. If you guys like this video, leave a like, comment, all that stuff. I'll see you in the next one. The first half of the women's opening round will be tomorrow. Time is recording. See you then. Peace!